In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Welcome to Rap in Order, the interrogation of a hip-hop album, where we take some of the culture's most beloved hip-hop albums, put them on the stand, see if they stood the test of time. Now let's see who we got on
Order
the stand
in
today.
the court.
Welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
Taurian B.
How we feeling today, sir?
Good.
Good?
Good.
How's your weekend?
It was good. I worked all weekend. Yesterday I had to work the door at Pizza Zoo for Tim and Nico for the Halloween party.
Halloween shit.
That was cool. I'm old. There was definitely people in there my little brother's age, my youngest brother's age. Yeah, so that was a lot.
Damn, ain't it crazy? Like thinking back on like us being at those parties.
Yeah. That's what the conversation was happening, because security guards was like, because they had a really good turnout. They had to at least have over 2,000 people. Like the line didn't stop. The doors opened at 3:15. The line didn't stop until like 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lot. And the security guards was like, yo, when is this line going to stop? Like, is this a new party? And I'm like, actually, no, they've been doing this for 10 years. But their Halloween party is their biggest party.
Mm-hmm.
So
what venue was this?
It's not. It used to be Stage 48, but now it's called Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, okay,
something.
but yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's over there. So that was cool. And then, I after that I went to work. And a kid was passed out in the hallway and the ambulance had to be called to come get them.
Oh my goodness. Yo, everybody is going crazy. Like, so for listeners, you're listening to this is probably after Halloween, but we're like a week out from Halloween right now.
Right. It's weird how everybody's celebrating now.
Yeah, everybody's celebrating right now instead of that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw people, so we're recording and it's Sunday the 27th. I've been seeing people celebrating Halloween since like the 24th.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've seen people in their costumes, having parties, going trick-or-treating and doing all of that stuff. So that's been pretty interesting to me. Before we get started any further, I just wanted to say RIP to God's favorite DJ, DJ Clark Kent. Send out well wishes to his friends and family, and his fans. He was a very, very instrumental part in hip hop, sneaker culture, and just music in general. We off camera, we were talking about it. He has a documentary that's coming out with Angie Martinez. I hope that everyone watches it. If anyone needs, like, if you're not familiar with DJ Clark Kent, our buddies Eric and Jeff at It's The Real have a really good interview with him, where it kind of talks about his whole journey in hip hop, starting out with like Dana Dane DJing with them and stuff like that, and then how he helped Biggie and Jay-Z become two of the biggest two superstars ever.
Yeah.
So,
I think also to add to that, like on the previous recording, we talked about, how instrumental documentaries are for like legacy acts in hip hop and overall. And I think documentaries are a good point of like really showcasing these people's influence, and extending their legacy.
You're right.
And for a lot of like onboard a bunch of new fans, and right. I think in Clark Kent's case, people kind of know like the lore behind the scenes of like him having an attachment to Biggie's legacy and Jay-Z, and I see some of the talk online, like people are like, oh, there wouldn't be Rockefeller, whatever, but people don't know the inner linings of that. Like people don't know how he's attached to it. And I think Angie's gonna do it.
Yeah. There's a lot of dot connecting shit. This is like a fun fact. I just love telling anybody this that'll listen. But he signed 98 Degrees, the group, the pop group. Like he had a situation over at Motown, and basically 98 Degrees, they were like the white boys to men. And they were white boys that could sing like boys to men. So he got them that situation over there. So like, we probably wouldn't have Nick Lachey and what is that show called? Couples Retreat? What is it called?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Clark Kent. Like that's how far his family tree branches go. Like he's connected to Love is Blind. Like I know that's like really corny like pop culture shit, because it like
but
he's so much he's so much more important. But think about like things in pop culture that are still relevant that we wouldn't have if it wasn't for Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I love Air Force Ones because of Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Like he's the reason why I made my affinity for Air Force Ones. Like some people are like, why you still wear Air Force Ones? Like I thought that the coolest people to me growing up were like Clark Kent, Jay-Z, fucking Dame Dash. I thought Dame Dash walked on water at one point in my life, you know what I'm saying? And like my parents and shit. So like, yeah, like that was a huge thing. And all of them wore Air Force Ones.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened that all worked out. But yeah, man. Oh, and Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, can't forget Rasheed.
And Rasheed, you know, but yeah, that was dope. But you know, obviously hearing the news was unfortunate. But it was really great to see everybody celebrate him and like, you know, share their our boy Rob was saying off camera, everybody has a Clark Kent story. And I think that's in a photo. And I think that's very, very awesome. And I think that's dope that if he met you in the street, like he might make a joke, but he'll, you know what I'm saying, he'll talk to you and like give you like a brief, you know, head nod or something. He'll engage with you unless he's with his family. You know, obviously if he's with his wife and his son and out and stuff, I think like, you know, give him that respect. But if it's just one-on-one, he'll definitely chop it up with you.
Agreed.
So that was cool. R.I.P. Clark.
R.I.P.
Okay. How about you? Your week?
Man, my week has been, you know, every time we record is right after like a driving class. Remember, I'll be telling you.
Okay, so how we doing?
So it's going good. So next week, by the time y'all listen to this, I'll probably have my road test already scheduled. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on my parallel parking, which I feel like I got like a good technique. I don't want to get cocky about it, but yeah, I feel good about it so far.
Good, man.
My teacher is good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to like scheduling some road trips with us, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that's like one of my main.
That would be great
Things.
Yeah, man. I won't bring it up all the time that we missed a lot in our 20s because you didn't drive.
Yeah,
I'll make that comment one time when you drive. The first time you drive with me in the car, I'll make it and then I'll put it in a casket and won't talk about it.
I mean,
I'll be like, yo, when I was single. Like, yeah, I'll give you the whole speech, but you gotta give me just one time.
Yeah.
And I promise you.
Let me get the license in my hand first.
And I'll bury it. I promise. I'll bury it.
Right,
I promise.
that's the deal.
Okay.
But other than that, everything is cool. You know, work is work, you know, just catching up. I'm trying to like hold back on like buying some stuff that I like need around the house and stuff. Cause I kind of just go on the deep end and just buy all this shit. So I've been looking at all this stuff, kind of just cataloging like, man, I need a new rug. Rugs are fucking expensive, man.
Yes, they are, bro.
I need a new rug. I need like just a bunch of stuff, man. It's just, I'm making a list. The list is getting long. Yeah. And then I also got to think about Christmas shopping and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to get that out the way too.
Yeah, man. Christmas shopping for me is hell.
Well, yeah. So when do you start?
I usually start in November.
Yeah.
And like I just order
used to
stuff.
Be clutch for you. You had Target right there.
Yeah. I like what I would do is I would like order stuff on Amazon and have it come to me, and then like my friends that don't live in New York that have kids, I would send them stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
And I got one friend, he would just give his kid. I was like, yo, why you couldn't just put it in the closet till Christmas? He'd be like, why you send it so early? It was just sitting there. I'm like, are you the kid? But
I actually bought like my younger cousin that I bought him the Demon Slayer set.
Okay, so you just said,
I'm gonna just hold off, because I haven't seen him yet. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold off.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait till Christmas.
Speaking of Comic-Con, we went to Comic-Con.
Yeah, we did go to Comic-Con this past week, man.
Yes.
That was fun.
Reggie was the talk of Comic-Con, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
Which is all right. So he's talking about I wore a Blank Man t-shirt. Right. And we wear graphic tees every year. That's like our thing when we go to Comic-Con. We'll just wear graphic tee. We don't overly commit to like dressing
cosplay
up and everything and doing cosplay, but we're there for the cosplay.
By the way, that disappoints people. I learned that I don't dress up.
Yeah, it's same for me. Cause like I'll wear a shirt and I'm like, you know, this is my way of just the recognition of it, you know. And I also don't want to walk around and fucking cosplay all day. It's exhausting. Yeah. But anyway, so we wore some cool t-shirts and we're just walking around and people were stopping me like, oh my God, Blank Man. And I'm like, bro, you have a full costume on that probably took you hours to put together, but thank you for acknowledging this t-shirt.
I was, like, I think a dude dressed up like Dr. Doom actually said that to you.
Yeah, he was like, yo, bro, Blank Man? And I'm like.
Yeah, I wasn't even hating on Reggie. Usually I hate on Reggie's t-shirts, but I was just like, wait a second, this nigga just got on a fucking shirt. But yeah, that definitely was that.
He had on Dr. Doom. He had a beer in his hands.
Yeah.
It's like a one beer crossover with Doom. And that was cool.
Yeah, man. Fuck Reed Richards. But that was fun. That was something that we enjoyed. And
we actually didn't OD. We didn't spend that much money.
Nah, we didn't. Reg's got a really cool Iron Man lamp. I'm actually looking forward to recording at your house and putting that lamp somewhere.
That shit is as fire. Yeah. It keeps me in that room like a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I can't do stuff like that no more. Domesticated.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. We went out, got some good grub with Rob afterwards.
Yeah, we got some steak.
Bro.
I was just in the mood for steak, and I know Taurian's never gonna turn down a steak.
Hell no.
So I was like, yo, nah, we need some steak right now.
Regg said that he wanted steak, and I was like, oh, I got the perfect place, but they didn't have no tables, so we wanted to go to another spot, and pleasantly surprising, like it was.
Service was immaculate.
Yeah.
We tipped her very well.
Yeah, we tipped Shorty very well. Shout out to her. It was very
great.
Good. Service
was
good.
a good time.
Okay. Also, New York Liberty, congratulations. You won your first WNBA championship. They were one of the original teams to be a part of the WNBA in 1997. There was a controversial call at the end of the game. Fuck the Lynx. I don't give a fuck about you. Nobody likes Minnesota. Yeah. Who cares? We beat y'all. Like, we won. We did that. We did that. Shout out to Ellie, the elephant.
Big Ellie.
Yeah.
They carrying that fucking... She's carrying everything on her back.
All right. And truthfully, let's talk about that. Ellie needs to be at the Yankees game. Okay, guys, right now, it is Sunday. The Yankees game is Monday, the 28th. We need Ellie to show up at the fucking Yankees game.
Ellie be in the stands, fighting with fans.
Yeah, we need that. We need Ellie to be there to I know the Yankees don't have a mascot. American League is all stuck up and bougie. We need that energy. Because right now, right now, as we're recording, we're down 0-2. And you know what? I'm fucking sick of it. Yeah. And I'm tired of Boston Red Sox fans finding the need to talk to me about my team while their team is fucking home. I'm sick of it. I'm tired.
New York only has 2 mascots, right?
Mr. Met. Mr.
Big
Met.
Ellie.
Big Ellie. Let me think real quick. The Rangers don't have a mascot. It's not that dog? No?
Yeah, I think it's just Big
The Islanders don't have a mascot?
Big Ellie and Mr. Met.
Well, technically, the Jets have a mascot, Fireman Ed. But he's not like, like a real mascot. But Fireman Ed, when I think of the New York Jets, I think of Fireman Ed. But all right. So moving along, just talk about some topics. The Lakers are 3-0 right now, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let y'all know that. Yeah, man. JJ Redick is NBA Rain Man. Yeah, just want y'all to know that
he's killing it right now. I honestly didn't see the hate for when they first announced him as a head coach.
I was just concerned because he's never coached anyone besides his children. Like basically,
but I think his love for the game.
No, I'm not going to say that. He went to Duke and play professional basketball. But JJ Redick was like he was like he's one of the least qualified hires I've ever seen in my life get a job in the NBA. So I was just like, what's happening here?
Yeah,
but
I see that.
He's very locked in. There was a report that Baron Davis saw him at the car wash and he was watching game tape of the Sacramento Kings in his car at the car wash. So that was very cool.
Yeah, I think he's studying the shit out of this. Yeah. I don't think he's just shooting.
And his explanation was that like his kids that morning had 2 games. So he went to his kids' games, being a good father, and then he was like he got away from the family, so he went to the car wash before the game and like he had like a DVD player so he can watch game tape. So like he did that because like it was like basically like away from everything and he was just able to do it. I want my coach that locked in. I hope that eventually his kids start feeling neglected. I want him locked in and like away. I want him scarily locked in. Like he said that he's a psycho. Be that psycho. Fucking go off. You know what? What's a year for a championship, JJ Redick? Sacrifice it. Sacrifice it, bro. You wanted this. You had a job at ESPN. You had a podcast. It was all nice and plush. No, dogs. We need to get Anthony Davis that MVP. And we need to get LeBron and Bronny James that championship. The first father-son duo to get it. The Nike campaign is going to be immaculate. LeBron retires after that. He doesn't even need to make it to year 23 if he wins a championship this year.
I think he's still going to push.
If he's smart, he'll go out on top.
Yeah. But do they
He'll stay away.
Do they ever?
Do they ever? Like, he needs to, though. He really should.
Yeah.
He really should. Go out on some John Elway shit, LeBron. Balls to the wall.
I agree.
They don't test for steroids. Do it.
You think Bron is roided?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was getting juiced up.
All right, there we go.
Get it? You know, but yeah, the NBA season is back. Another thing, speaking of the NBA season, yo, a lot of kids that play on the Minnesota Timberwolves don't know what Egypt is.
Where's the backstory?
So there was this thing where like they were, influencers and people, on like that are on like social media. They ask shit. Okay. So it's this thing, and like you see Rudy Gobert, and I don't know if they were asking Rudy Gobert or Rudy Gobert was telling them to ask them. I'm almost 100% sure Rudy Gobert knows where Egypt is. Rudy Gobert was like, yo, ask them where's Egypt. So the person's like, hey, do you know where Egypt is? It's like one dude is like, I don't know, Asia. Like another person like, hey, do you know? And it's crazy because I'm just like, that's nuts. And one of them said, I play basketball.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, oh, is that what I was like, all right, cool. I get it. You probably were so good at basketball, you probably didn't even have to go attend class. But I just always felt like Egypt of all places. Like, they would have said something like, where is Sudan? Where is Madagascar? Yeah. Like, certain places in Africa that like you learn about like later on. Like I know about the Sudan because of Luol Deng and Manute Bol.
Yeah,
right?
Some type of tie-in.
Yeah, like some kind of type of tie-in or whatever like that. But like I don't know if I'm just nerdy, but like I like learn these things and I retain it. These motherfuckers couldn't date. I was like, yo, if somebody said, yo, I'm gonna shoot your mother in the face if you don't tell me where Egypt is. All their mothers would have had holes in their faces.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy, right?
And him asking them to say, specifically ask them where Egypt is, it was a conversation offline.
Yeah,
before.
Yeah. Rudy Gobert
and it just made him so pissed.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nah, we take
because
ask these niggas."
Another reason why I say that is because Rudy's French, which means more than likely, I could be assuming, but I'm assuming that he's of African descent, being from France. So I know that he knows what Egypt is, and I think he was telling I bet you they made a joke about how do you get a black French person. I bet you, and he told them where he was from in Africa, and they didn't know.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I bet money that's what happened.
Because it used to be a point in time where you had to be passing class to be able to even play basketball.
I mean, there's ways around that, bro. I mean, some you want to know what's crazy?
It's around it now.
Do you know now that like there are some dudes who don't even play basketball for their school? They just play AAU. You play AAU, it's a traveling team. They don't give a fuck about your grades. They just want you to be available on the weekends.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Let's see what we got here. Did you see that Complex ranked like the best years in hip hop?
So I did see that they put that up, but I didn't see the list. What do they have as like? You want to go over it together?
Yeah, let's go over it together, Reg. Original. Nobody called you that in a long time.
Nah, throwback for real. All right, let's see.
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
That's rap. How about this? Of all time, right?
Yeah, Complex.
Okay.
I got it, right here. Best years in rap history.
Okay.
So let's see some notable years. Okay. So 2010 is number 20. And like they rank it like they like they list like breakout rapper, best rap albums.
The albums that were that big in that year.
In 2010, yeah. So
okay.
2010 is ranked number 20. So, notable albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Drake's Thank Me Later, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday, Rick Ross's Teflon Don, and Waka Flocka's Flockavelli. They mentioned a breakout rapper who was Nicki Minaj. This year, the moments were defined by Drake, J. Cole, and Nicki Minaj, kind of like setting up the Hall of Fame runs. Kanye, Good Music, Good Friday series. Rock Marciano kind of like basically starts his underground rap run. Like, you know, I like the way that it details stuff. You know, it mentions Kush and OJ by Wiz. Let's just skim through this. Actually, you know, I'm gonna go straight to number one. The year that they say the best year in hip hop ever. 1994.
Okay, so what we got?
Automatically,
Illmatic. We got Illmatic.
Illmatic, Ready to Die, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music by Outkast, The Diary by Scarface, and Gangstar's Hard to Earn.
If that's number one, was 98?
Let's see, I'll tell you right now.
Number two.
No, that's 88.
Oh, that's 88.
I think 98 is number 3. Yeah, 98 is number 3. Damn, maybe we should make that top. That's a good one, right? 94 versus 98. Because 98 has Outkast, Aquemini, Jay-Z's Volume 2, Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, DMX's Is Dark and Hell is Hot, Black Star by Most Def and Tyler Kweli.
Shit, Flesh in My Flesh that year too.
Yeah, that's crazy that they don't have that one listed. Yeah, they got Flesh in My Flesh, Blood in My Blood, and Is Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, they have that one listed. Yeah. But yeah, like definitely DMX was definitely the breakout artist that year. I mean, shit, A Tribe Called Quest dropped their breakup album that year. I mean, Lauryn Hill, yeah, like her moment, like
Grammy.
Yeah, she swept the Grammys and everything like that. I think 2003 is slept on.
2003, I don't know.
Get Rich or Die Trying, the Black Album, Trap Music,
Beg for Mercy,
Speaker Box Love Below, Diplomatic Immunity. I'm missing the album. Hold on, where am I missing? I actually wrote this down because I want to talk about this.
Actually,
like, bro, like there were some albums.
Did you say Trap Music?
No, I didn't say Trap Music. Look at that, Trap Music, right? Let's see what else. This Is Not a Test by Missy, Kings of Crunk, Chicken and Beer.
This Is Not a Test wasn't that big.
What? That's the one I had. That's Get Your Freak On.
That's Miss E, So Addictive.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So damn, that song was just rocking in the 2003 like that.
Nah.
That was 2001. So Gossip Folks was on this one though.
Under Construction.
Damn, you a Missy savant, nigga,
2005 or 6.
The fuck did Missy have on this album?
That's what I'm saying. Like, This Is Not a Test had what? Past That Dutch.
I'm trying. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, man. Like, you shitting on this album. You were like a Missy.
It had
savant.
Wake Up with Hov, which was fire.
Yeah. This is all about Timbaland. Yeah, it had Wake Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Reg. Yeah, the song Past That Dutch, I'm Really Hot, and Wake Up.
In 2002, yeah.
Okay. Damn, okay. She was just back to okay, that's why.
Yeah, it was back to back.
That's why I felt that way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So
but 2003 was big. And even like think about the other things that were number one. So the correlation between 2003 and 98. Outkast won Album of the Year in 2003. Lauryn Hill won Album of the Year in 98. Also, Hip Hop Fashion was like that was his peak. After 2003, it fell off.
Everybody had a fucking clothing line.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
From the early 2000s into
but that was the peak in 2003. Apple bottoms, like Rockaway,
which is coming back. He just announced.
That's cool. Okay. This probably really gonna do really well in the Heights.
What, apple bottoms?
Yeah, those are gonna kill in the Heights. I think little back pockets.
I think there's a market for apple bottoms right now.
I do too. I'm being funny, but I'm also like, he's gonna fucking make a killing.
I think overall, if not for just taking photos, it's gonna do some numbers.
Okay, well let's see. So 2017 is number 5.
What we got?
Damn, Flower Boy, Culture, 444, Love Is Rage 2. That was a pretty cool year. 2017.
Breakout rapper, XXX.
Yeah, XXX. That was Kendrick want to pull a surprise for Damn. Like, SoundCloud has this crossover year. Let's see. Number 6 was 95. Only Built for Cuban Links. The infamous Me Against the World. Soul Food by the Goody Mob. Swift and Wesson's The Shining. This is just some strong.
It's some good,
Yeah, 2000. 2000 ain't that strong. I mean, they like 2000 has some good albums, but I don't think it's that strong. That's why I guess it's number 7. But Supreme Clientele. Marshall Mathers LP, Stankonia, Country Grammar, and Slum Villages. Fantastic, Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. There's some good ones on here. 87 was a I love my 80s. 87 was a good year. 2015 was a year.
I think we overall, we got some good. I'm a comb through this list to actually see.
Yeah, man. It's good conversation.
I like what they got so far.
Right. All right. So let's try to tie this up so we can get into this episode.
Mm-hmm.
One, Diddy is still a nasty man, and yes, he's still in jail. Trial date is in May of 2025.
Yep.
Lil Durk is unfortunately locked up, and from the looks of things, they got the drop on him. I prayers up to his family.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everything works out. It looks like they got him dead to rights.
It's I see people making jokes and stuff online. It is unfortunate. I kind of just want to see what comes out. They denied his bail, right?
Lil Durk? I guess so, bro. They said that he was trying to flee the country, that he had 3 different flights booked. One was a private flight to Italy, one was to Dubai, and I forgot the third country. Apparently somebody in his crew was on a wiretap.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently
for like a really long time. I forget the time span. For 2 years?
For 2 years. Also, apparently, this was in connection to when Quando Rondo's cousin got killed. Like, apparently, like, Durk paid, some of his people to come to California to kill Quando Rondo because he got tired of people telling him to slide for King Von. And apparently, they used the OTF credit card to pay them. He said, hey, don't put it in my name. And it was like, all right, cool. Durk's not on OTF, but he owns the company.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm not DJ Academics. I don't really want to touch on too much, but, I hope well wishes
for everyone involved.
Everyone involved. By the time we get this, Tyler, the Creator's new album will be out.
Chromacopia.
I like, from the music that we got, I've heard mixed reviews. I see that some people are
liking the rollout, and some people
aren't feeling it.
Yeah,
I think the production is kind of like a hard listen, because I was listening to it, and it sounds like he made the music just as loud as his vocals for me. Like, and that coming from me, because like my ears suck. But
so the song, the most recent song, "Thought I Was Dead," was a little more different than I thought. It does sound like, I see some people saying like, yo, I know that second verse is Kendrick, because it sounds like kind of a Kendrick pocket. But he's been alluding, and I don't know if he's trolling, but he's been alluding online to not even having features on this album.
Yeah, I don't think he has no features.
Yeah, he's been saying fuck features. But from the first teaser that we got from the album, everybody could have sworn that it was Frank toward the tail end of the song. Okay. And Daniel Caesar confirmed even being on that song. So
we'll see. I'm excited. I already ordered my vinyl, because you guys know I'm a maniac. I already ordered my vinyl. Speaking of vinyls, Tyrese, fuck you. I bought that album, bro, months ago, and I still ain't get it yet. I'm always defending you, talking about black tie, black tie, black tie. I emailed your people. I ain't get a fucking word back yet. Count your fucking days, Tyrese.
You bought a Tyrese album?
That new album is good.
Which one?
It's the new album.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called?
Forgot.
Beautiful Pain. That's it?
Yeah. It's a good album, because
you bought it on vinyl.
Yeah, because it sounds better on vinyl.
No. All right, so we gotta get a reins on this. Why do you need a Tyrese album?
Why do I need a Tyrese album?
Yeah,
because he's one of my favorite R&B artists.
1998.
No, because the album, I actually like the album, the way that he recorded it. The reason why he was dressing like Marvin Gaye was because he was channeling a 1960s, 1970s soul singer. So he recorded the album on old mics purposely so it could be played on vinyl. So my dumb ass bought into the spiel that he was selling us. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to support you, Black Tie. You're going through a lot, You and your wife got the whole divorce thing going on and everything like that. You want to see your babies? Fine. You know what? This motherfucker probably ain't even press up those fucking vinyls yet, bro. It's been 2 months.
I mean, you've waited longer for a Travis Scott t-shirt.
He don't do that no more. I bought Rodeo immediately.
Okay. But
days
I know, I
before the
remember
rodeo,
that was
I
a
mean.
thing. That was a thing.
Yeah,
I
bro.
remember that.
No, the longest I waited for vinyl was Benny the Butcher.
How long that take?
4 months.
All right, so he still got a 2-month grace period.
Yeah, he got 2 more grace period, but kiss my ass. All right.
And Tyrese.
Megan Thee Stallion dropped her the
Act 2,
The Shedding Skin,
which is just the Megan album.
Okay.
Megan Act 2. I think we're just finding creative ways to say deluxe. I'm all for it.
I mean, it's cool, but I got a prediction, and this is me. I'm gonna be messy, y'all. I think that in the near future, Megan's going to complain that Rock Nation isn't backing her the way that she wants anymore. That's going to come out. I'm
tired of thinking, even if that is true, I'm tired of shit like that being public. Because the listener shouldn't have this type of visibility to all of this stuff.
It's true.
You're just playing into internet stuff and internet culture when you say shit like that. Because who the fuck cares? The listener just wants to know what's happening with your music and if they like it. And she's only gonna make that complaint if there's like, you know, people aren't receiving her music the way that she want them to.
That's true. Okay. And last thing before we start the episode, Ab-Soul got a fucking slap.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. I can't believe it, bro. And you don't know what? I like DJ Head, but I don't like DJ Head.
I don't like his name.
Yeah, that's one. But his name, he's a 4-step baby. He got a weird shaped head.
Okay.
That's why they call him that.
So he's leaning into it.
Yeah.
I think
what, bro? You ever seen that nigga without his hat on?
I think he hold on.
Y'all ain't never seen him without his hat on. That's why y'all saying that. That's why y'all laughing. Yeah, he's a 4-step baby.
Nah, every picture I look up, he's like holding his shit down.
Yeah.
It's like, that's crazy. Oh, nah, here it is. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, cone head.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. It's obvious that, like, you know, the doctors had to pull him out.
Pull him out is crazy. All right. So I think with Meg, it's just a matter of her leaning into her roots more and leaning into regional rap. I think should just be a thing that's not happening anymore for some reason. I don't know why it's not happening. People should just be rapping where they from and letting it bleed into their music.
I just think that Megan better step it up because Doechii, Glorilla, and who else? Doechii, Glorilla,
Lotto.
Yeah, Lotto too. Lotto's in there. Doja Cat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they are stepping their games up. Oh yeah, and Rhapsody, of course. I'm sorry, like it's just that like I put Rhapsody in the same realm that I put Nicki Minaj as far as like female rap, as far as like they're elder stateswomen. Like it's just a given. Like when I'm talking about the new girls. You know, that's it. Like I don't have to justify where Rhapsody stands, and I don't think any of them ever want to step in the booth with her. But let's get into this episode.
Let's do it, man. So this album that we're doing today, this is from this you know, you can consider it, well, it is considered a collaboration album.
Yeah.
This gentleman has been very consistent, and I think a lot of people really sleep on how consistent he's been over the years. But I feel like he always drops one, and he challenges himself with the producers that he works with. You know, the run that he had with Madlib giving him the type of bases that he gave him, the beats that he gave him were really challenging. And I watched a lot of interviews with him talking about it and even trying to find pockets in those raps, in those beats rather to rap to. But this one, he linked with Alchemist. Mm-hmm. Everybody, we all love Alchemist, and we talk about his production a lot. And I'm talking about Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist worked on Alfredo, which was released in May of 2020, right in the thick of the pandemic. Alfredo's a collaborative album, like I said, with the Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs. It's the first project with this duo who previously worked together on Fetty with Currency that came out in 2018. Mm-hmm. Project features guest appearances from Tyler, the Creator, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, and Rick Ross. It was nominated for Best Rap Album at the 2021 Grammy Awards, but it lost out to King's Disease from Nas. Yeah. What were our thoughts on Alfredo when it came out? Did you go to it?
Yeah, I went to it. I thought it was an amazing project. I'm very big on Freddie Gibbs. So like, you know, like Freddie, as far as like the newer rappers, they're not super new, but like when I hold Freddie Gibbs, Pusha T, and like Hendrick as like my Tyler Creator, like my 4 favorite new guys. Newer guys, I guess, because they've been out for 10 years, but they've been out for a decade, so they're not that new. But when I decided 10 years ago to get some new favorite rappers, I stuck with them. Yeah. And I'm very happy with the output that Freddie does. I'm also glad that like he took a little break of recent memory from social media and the public spotlight, and just
social
like
media
locked in.
Is his worst enemy.
Yeah. But Alfredo was just really good. I love Alchemist. One of my favorite albums is The Mac with Prodigy. So anytime that I see Alchemist works on something, even if I'm not like familiar with the artist, because like he works with like a lot of like niche artists.
Yeah.
I think is very impressive, and I think that like these two are like a match made in heaven, and I hope that Alchemist works with more artists, like more notable artists, because like his production is just is really dope. And I love Alchemist's story, like the fact that like he's his I think his cousin or his best friend is James Caan's son, the guy that's in Hawaii 5-0.
I heard about that. Yeah. Didn't they rap together?
Yeah, they rapped together growing up, and like he decided to become an actor, James Caan's son, and Alchemist, you know, stuck with music and hip hop. And like everybody acknowledges that Alchemist is like not a poser, like he's a visitor, but like he's very much hip hop. Like
James
he's not
Caan or
well, the dad's name is James Caan, the son's name is something Caan. I just forget. He's in Ocean's 11.
He's in
Varsity
he was
Blues.
in Entourage. He was the asshole agent.
Yeah, he's an asshole agent in Entourage. Yeah. Like, you know, I actually I like finding out little fun facts about certain people that like are involved in hip hop, not just white people. What's his name? Scott Conn. Thank you, Danny. I like finding out little nuanced things about people who are actually like huge fans of hip hop that you would never think give a fuck about hip hop. And Scott Conn, because he had a record deal, like, you know, I don't look at him like a poser. I just wonder like why like that never comes up. Like I'm pretty sure when he gets interviewed in like magazines or whatever, like publications, like the topic of hip hop never comes up, or the fact that Alchemist is his best friend.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy to me, because I'm pretty sure that like he'd be in the studio with him, or like he hears his music and shit.
Yeah, I guess that's just something that we would never be privy to, because he doesn't go on rap platforms.
He doesn't. I
don't think he would be on Jimmy Kimmel talking about Alchemist.
I'm telling you, like when we get to that point, I'm gonna like really reach out to like really obscure people that just you would never think to talk to, and just like be like, yo, I want to have you on my show. I heard that you're a big rap fan. I want to do that. Like that's just very cool to me. Because the funny thing is those people, right? Like when you look at somebody and you wouldn't think that they're a hip hop fan, are actually more pure hip hop fans than the people that actually dress and look like it.
Yeah. Because those people actually like really, really studied that shit.
Yeah. Like it's pretty cool.
And they're not naturally cut from that.
But
cloth.
like listen, but this album, I really thoroughly enjoyed this project. Like I did, like I ran to this album. And also I was curious to see who had better chemistry with Freddie, and I'm still on the fence about that. Madlib or Alk?
Yeah. I think to answer that, I think it's probably comes more natural for him to have the chemistry that he has with Alchemist. Because I think Alk plays into Freddie's strengths. I think Madlib gives him a pack of beats, and he's like, see what you can do with these.
Okay.
And it challenges his flow. It challenges him to find the flow with the beats that he gets from him, because they're so unconventional. Like even when you listen to just, because I got Bandana on instrumental.
Okay.
The vinyl. So I like play it sometimes, and I'm like, yo, how the fuck did he even find a pocket for this? When you just listen to the instrumental, it's crazy.
Rap
and he
Olympics.
he talks about it, and he's like, yo, this was really hard to rap to. Like just finding this. And I think Madlib gets a kick out of doing that for him. But
that's some asshole shit.
But I think bringing it back to this album, when I first heard this album, going into even this coming out, I knew it would be great. Like even when you look at the cover of it, like the name Alfredo, like tying their names together, the cover of it with the fettuccine and them holding it, and it's really stylized like The Godfather.
Yeah.
Right. So like I was like, all right, I see the approach that they taken. I wonder if it's gonna be cohesive as like I imagine it to be, and it was. Like even some of the songs, you know, we'll dig into the songs in a bit. But when I first heard it off rip, because I used to go back to this album a lot, but I took a minute from listening to it. Going back to it now and doing like a refresher, like it still holds up.
Still holds up. Like that's what I like. And I actually appreciate the fact that this is like Freddie Gibbs went on a run of making like some like timeless music and like giving us projects that like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be able to go back to this in like the year 2045.
Yeah.
And like listen to it and enjoy it and not feel like, even though like I'm like, all right, this came out in 2020 and it's a huge stamp for me because we were all locked in the house. Like I'm not gonna feel like it sounds old.
Yeah, same.
At least I hope not.
Same.
That might change.
And you can chalk that up also to Alchemist's production. Like even like his classic beats like We Gonna Make It and Keep It Thorough, they still sound so fresh.
That's the thought that I had. I'm glad you just said that. Dear Jadakiss, make an album with Alchemist.
That will be great.
Just do it.
That'd be fucking
like
great.
Your next project, bro. Just lock in with Alk. I guarantee
10 songs.
you. 10 songs, Jada. Like just do it. You know you can. Just do it. Only feature you need is Styles. That's it.
Just 10. One with Styles. You know, you put J1 on there.
Oh yeah, shout out to J1.
Put J1 on there.
I don't know. I don't know if the Young Buck. I'm gonna talk to J1 about that when I see him too. Yo, shout out to the Young Buck. But yeah, like I don't know if he prepared to approach. I don't know. I don't know if his
something like
man. I don't know if his kung fu is ready for that.
I think what would be fly is if Kiss did a 10-track project and gives J1 like an interlude to just rap, you know?
That's smart.
Yeah, and then just
that's smart.
The project.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like just like, you know, on some like, you know how Kanye had a comment for On My Way Home, and that was just his song, and it just carried.
I like that a lot,
That'd
Reg.
be fire.
Reg the fucking A&R. Yeah, Reg the A&R.
Nobody does that anymore. But anyway,
let's get into it.
Yeah, so the album kicks off with 1985.
Yes.
Very potent Bernie Mac sample.
Yeah.
Kick it off. The guitar riffs, it sounds grand.
Yeah.
This song.
It does. So I have a question, right? In that area in the Midwest, right? I think it's pretty funny how much people in Detroit and Indiana, Detroit and Indiana were influenced because Michael Jordan was so popular. Did it just make other people in other states just fuck with Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Because like, you know, like the Chicago references, like I've noticed like a little pattern with people that I know that are from Indiana or Detroit, that they sometimes I'll be like, why are you a Chicago Bulls fan? Like I'll be like, y'all got the Pacers and y'all got the Pistons, but like I've realized that like I have friends who are Chicago Bulls fans from those two states. And this song is called 1985, and I believe that's a dedication to Jordan's rookie year.
Yeah.
So like that's why it just made me think. And then Bernie Mac from Chicago being on the opening track, I just think that I would like to think that all ties in.
It all ties in, yeah. Even, and you're right, because I saw a tweet. It was probably like a couple months ago at this point, but somebody was like, yo, I was talking to my boy in Chicago, like, and he was talking about Michael Jordan, but he kept calling him Michael. And somebody retweeted him and was like, well, yeah, he's on a first name basis with us. Like the nigga that retweeted it was from Chicago. He's like, yeah, he's on a first name basis with us.
I feel that.
Because like it just, you know, when you do that much and your legacy is so tied to a city that you're not even from, you're part of that city.
You're right.
Like, you know, Grant Hill is the same thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. In Detroit, y'all could say Grant?
Well, not Grant, but you know, we think of him as being.
I was about to say that's kind of dope. Okay, nah, I get that though, because like I guess that's no different than us. Like when we talk about Jay-Z, we say Hove or Jay. I'm gonna start calling that nigga Sean.
Like just talking about Sean, whatever.
Yeah, talking about Sean Corey. You know, but I think that this was a great opener. You know, talking about selling drugs and Gary.
Yeah.
Rapping about like his place in rap music now. This song kind of sets the tone. It kind of, you know, I love that how confident Freddie Gibbs is. I don't know if like everything he says is true, but I believe it because the conviction that he says it with.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right,
and where
cool.
where he's from, everything like that. And I think we're also past that era where we fact check in lyrics and shit. It's just like if you're good at telling stories, and it just got to be somewhat believable, you know.
Yeah, I think
Drake probably gets a lot of shit because he turned into this mob ties Drake when we like, bro, that's not how we met you.
Yeah.
You know, you got braids now and you rapping like you got guns and shit like that. It's not it. You got face tattoos now. It's different.
I think
but
it's
with
cooler.
Gibbs, it's been the same type of Gibbs.
I think it's cooler when you a guy like Drake and you got people like that and you don't mention them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like when you're tough and you don't got to talk about it. Like to me, LL Cool J is the illest nigga in the world, bro. Somebody broke into his house and he beat that dude's ass.
He beat that nigga up.
Like, and like, if you think LL Cool J is soft, fine, but like he's tough and like he don't got to remind us.
Something is off about him, yo. Something's off about LL. Yeah, it's just
he laughs a little bit too much.
He laughs very aggressively too. He's just like, I forget what it was. Somebody was like, "Yo, L, you ever like lost a fight?" He laughed really hard. I was like, "Nah, never." He was like, "I mean, not yet." Like he tried to like keep it down, but like it really activates something else in him.
It unlocks something in his brain.
It's like,
it's
nah,
like,
fuck you mean? Like you want to fight right now?
Yeah. But I actually like it when like some of my favorite artists like they have like tough family ties and they just it's not even like that.
It just is what it is. Like how it was for a long time. You know, I was the biggest MC Hammer fan, but you never would have told me that nigga was tied in to the shit that he was tied into.
Yeah, he was out there like setting plays on niggas.
Niggas was like, don't forget, he from Oakland. It's like, I didn't even know what that mean as a kid.
Yeah, man, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, 1985, the way it ties in all these legacy acts from Chicago is really great. Goes into God is Perfect, which the beat is just immaculate. I think we're gonna say this. I think I'm tied to that thought process for this whole project.
Yeah, the beats are like immaculate. Yeah, we're gonna say that a lot. I like Gibbs' approach to it and the way he flowed so fast. Like I thought that the way that Gibbs, I love when he raps fast. Like because of the inflections in his voice, like it just comes to like it's just a very good like bop. And
that's also
very catchy.
That's also a big Midwestern thing too. I think a lot of people from the Midwest just really, I mean, you could tie that to Bone and you know, being from Ohio, and that's that whole Midwest thing, being very impressed with. Like the faster you rap, the more it's like, oh my God, like what is he saying? You know,
like being able to do that shit and get the words.
Being able to do that and pronunciate is even bigger.
Fire. Yeah, I just enjoy it like when he raps that way.
And then Scotty Beam.
Okay.
Rick Ross feature.
I appreciate them naming a song after Scotty Beam. That is, you know, Scotty Beam is a gorgeous woman, right? But nothing about this song, besides the name, has anything to do with a fine black woman.
Yeah, that's okay.
What the fuck are you looking at, Rob? Like, it just confuses me.
Yeah. He said I'm fucking on these thoughts, but I really want me a Scotty Beam. Nigga,
still, he could have named this song something else. I just didn't.
To shoot your shot when it takes you on, but you know, song.
I feel like it could have been another. I could feel like he could have just went another way. I feel like it would have resonated more if he made a different subject. What I'm just saying is just that I really like this fucking song, and I just wanted him to name it a different name. It's a very deep song. So to name the song Scotty Beam, you want to know why? I guarantee you there are some people who didn't listen to this song based on the fucking name.
There's a lot of people that did because of it. It's a win-lose.
It's a win-lose. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, anyway, remember when Scotty Beam almost got her boyfriend into a fight at that concert?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
We watched that shit live on Twitter. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, I don't think she with dude no more. I met him with her once, and that nigga had on penny loafers with sweatpants, and I was like, oh, this nigga different. What?
Yeah. So I think
he did.
it's a win-lose, like I said, with the song title, right? I think you just got to take it as it comes. A lot of people, it made her post it. You know,
This song is about police brutality.
I know.
And violence.
Yeah. The revolution will be televised. Yeah. It is.
You should have named the song Angela Davis.
I know, but that's so on the nose.
Angela Davis was fine back out there.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. But I think with Freddie's audience, this fits, you know. It makes Freddie's audience go to a song like this if his name's Scotty Beam and then really listen to it. You gotta like kind of force feed. And another album that we're listening to later that we're gonna review does that a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
So speaking of namesake, I want to go straight to Frank Lucas.
Well, no, I wanted to talk about how there's a tie-in at the end of Scotty Beam.
Okay,
it ends with a Gil Scott-Heron sample.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because of the tie-in of like what it's talking about, and the revolution will be televised and everything.
Right? And the fucking song is just called Scotty Beam.
Right, but Scotty Beam and that last sample from Gil Scott-Heron ties into "Look at Me," because that's a wait, hold on. Oh. Wait.
Yeah, what? Look at Me's next.
Did I get that wrong? Oh, sorry. So I had it wrong. So God's Perfect ends with the Gil Scott-Heron sample.
And it leads into
Scotty Beam, which is all built off the revolution will be televised thought. I had that wrong. My bad. But yeah, go into Frank Lucas.
Okay. Frank Lucas features Benny the Butcher. And we got to do something to get these motherfuckers to make up. They make too much. We just did Burden of Proof, and we heard Freddie Gibbs on his project. Like they traded verses, song for song.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, they rap too well together.
Yeah, they do.
They rap too well together, and I feel like, I don't know, but it feels like ever since Benny stopped fucking with him, like shit been on a fucking decline. I don't know what's going on, bro.
For Benny or
no? For Benny.
Okay.
They've been on a decline since he stopped fucking with Gibbs. Maybe he needs to fuck with him again.
I think so. I think
something got to give.
It's unfortunate. I think with Griselda, because I think I had a conversation about this recently, but I feel like they it feels like they reaching a ceiling where it's like, you know, granted, Westside Gunn is about to drop 2 albums and like within the next week.
This nigga said he would retire in 3 years ago.
He's dropping 2 albums like back to back, which I'm excited for.
Okay.
But I don't know what it is with Conway and with Benny that like people are like, I don't know, you know? And people just aren't checking for them like they were back in like 2020 for some reason.
I'm not sure either, bro, but like these two, like they work well together. Like they it makes sense, and I can't ignore it. I can't ignore how good that they sound together.
Yeah.
And their kindred spirit, like it gives me Raekwon and Ghost, like the chemistry, like of them being able to rap together, and because like they rap about similar subject matters, but they take different approaches, is very cool.
Blends really well.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, what happened?
Yeah,
you know?
I think I don't know if they'll ever come back from what they've been through.
Right.
But yeah, that takes us into something to rap about, which features Tyler.
Oh man.
This beat just feels like a vacation.
Yo, it's fire. Tyler, you know.
Yeah.
Tyler Craig. Shout out to LaShawn. You know?
Yeah, leave it at that, right?
Yeah, this is such a smooth fucking song, bro. Like it's smooth. Tyler, like really like Tyler has one of the most unique voices in the history of music, not even just rap. And I think sometimes when he takes the certain approaches to kind of like be smooth and shit like that, like it's funny because it's like if you know him, and like it's like you can't take him serious, but like he does it really well.
I love the duality of this song. I do. I like how Freddie approaches it, where it's like he's kind of unpacking his trauma a little bit over this very beautiful beat. And then you turn around and you got Tyler's part, and Tyler's talking about how rich he is now and how he's about to jump off this boat and water is filling up in his pants, and how he's kind of just chilling and making all this money. And this is also Call Me If You Get Lost era Tyler, granted, right? But
Louis Vuitton fur.
Yeah. So like the duality of this is so important because there's 2 sides to this rap shit that we really get. You know, it's the unpacking of the trauma thing where you talking about your childhood, you talking about how you came up, you talking about everything you've escaped or whatever, and the imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
And then you have Tyler's part where it's like just plush, got my feet up, you know, I'm on a boat, nigga. Like, it's cool. It really did it for this song.
Okay. Babies and Fools.
Yeah.
Conway got him.
Conway did get him. Conway got him because he was so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about shit that rappers would never admit in this verse.
Yeah.
Not being there for his kids, just being on FaceTime with them. That shit, I was like, wow, like should we know this?
Yeah.
This could be used against him.
He raps like how he looks.
Explain that.
A lot of pain.
Can you a lot of pain.
Am I actually funny or something today?
I think
yeah.
I think this beat gives me chills, first of all. Every time I listen to it. It's so simple, but it's like it just hits, man. But I think Conway did get him on this.
Yeah. And
really good.
Yeah, and the beat on this like just adds another layer of like emotion to it. Like
it's so stripped back.
Yes. Like, yo.
It makes you pay attention that much more.
I think Conway feels like he's here on borrowed time. I don't think he thinks he's supposed to be alive. And I think that's why like he's like when he raps, it's so easy for him to become vulnerable and honest and shit like that. Like, he's just like, yo, I ain't supposed I feel like somebody pinched me. I ain't even supposed to be here.
It's like talking about being an ain't shit dad.
Yeah. Come on, man. Any like ain't shit dads never admit that.
No.
Come on. He think he's supposed to be dead.
Ain't shit dads in their eyes, they not ain't shit dads.
Yeah, so it's always somebody else's fault. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
It's never their fault.
Skinny Shug.
It's a funny name because it's like all right. I guess me me being a little cynical, right? Like, yeah, like, but which one? Because like Suge Knight also got his ass beat in the club, and then Freddie Gibbs and his girl got beat up in Buffalo. So it's like, what Suge are you saying, my nigga?
I think, I don't know which part of Suge he aligns with really.
Yeah.
But it's just cool to say.
I'm being a jerk. We all know that he's talking about 90s Death Row Suge.
Yeah. But I don't know what part of that he aligns with. What part of that have we seen?
Well, I guess he's saying like, you know, he be running down on niggas and shit like that, because I definitely know he's not talking about business minded or whatever like that, because like Suge was very enterprising and very business minded. It just so happened that like he couldn't help. He couldn't stop trying to extort people. It got to a point when they was like, all right, you know, we gotta get rid of this guy.
Yeah,
like we gotta stop him.
But in the same vein, on this song, he's unpacking a lot of his demons and how they got the best of him, which I think is what makes Gibbs great as an MC, because he's able to tell you that story in a lot of different ways. He can tell you the same story and make it great.
That's true.
And then we got our closer here, All Glass. It kind of sounds like a Just Blaze production to me.
It does.
Yeah.
Great closer. He closes with the rapid fire flow. Shout out to the Midwest.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was really dope. And you know, it's like very, very precise. 10 for 10 tracks.
I do think that All Glass shouldn't have been a closer. It doesn't feel like a closer. I think this should have been like maybe in the middle of the album. Maybe after Babies and Fools, and then Skinny Suge could have closed it out.
Skinny Suge, okay. Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. But it is a good song. We can reach our rating.
All right, I'll just get it out the way. Stop. Yo, Regg, if you don't stop looking at my notes.
I wasn't even looking at you. I was looking at how much time we at.
Oh.
Not looking at your notes?
You be looking at my notes. I feel like you be trying to like see what I'm gonna say.
Nah.
You be looking.
The top.
Yo, Regg, I edit the videos, Regg. You be looking at my notes.
I just look sometimes. Like I'm looking right now.
Sometimes I be like, yo, what? Like, what is he like? He's looking at my notes.
I look. You saying I'm cross-eyed? I look at how much time.
This time maybe you didn't, but you be looking at my notes.
I look sometimes.
Whatever. All right, let's just get this out the way. I give this album a 4.5 waffles out of 5 waffles.
Okay.
This album was Grammy nominated. This project was one of the most notable projects from 2020. Freddie Gibbs, I think this like not Bandana, what was before Bandana? Pinata? Pinata kind of like put everybody on notice with Freddie Gibbs, and I think Alfredo solidified that as far as him being like a top tier rapper and like making other people take notice of him. So I think that's what that did, right? And of the projects, I go back to this one the most. I love what him and Madlib did, and you know how much I love that album, right?
Pinata, yeah.
But Pinata, but Alfredo is a listen. I can play Alfredo anytime. Pinata, I gotta be in the mood.
Got you. I'm gonna go ahead and give this the coveted 5 out of 5.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever heard you do that, and it's funny
We've
because
done that a few times.
Yeah. I feel okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you gonna add?
No.
Okay, so
I'll leave it alone.
So I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. It's a perfect 10 album for me. I think even the shortcomings or whatever, and like maybe some of the lyrics are like made up for it in this production. This is some of the best Alchemist production of the past like 10 years, I would say. Because he has such a way of working with these specific artists and bringing something out of them, and also just seeing the path that they're trying to go and matching it. Gibbs is just, I think what's so cool about Gibbs is, granted, he shared his story in kind of the same type of way over the years, but he finds new ways to unpack his story, which I think a lot of the greats do.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, we've heard his story so many times.
Right, but he makes it good.
And he makes it good. And that's like part of a good storyteller. And I think Gibbs really nails that with this album. This is not necessarily an album for you to unpack in like this way that tells us this crazy, messaging, It's just his story over some really good fucking beats.
I agree.
With some production, with some features that actually tie into the story or play a great contrast to it.
Agreed, Reg. Yeah, I'm just not ready to give it a perfect rating yet, but it's as close to perfect as possible. That's why I said that. But I'm not mad at I'm not mad at Reg saying it first.
And I think it was robbed of best rap album 2021. I see why they gave it to Nas.
Yeah.
I see why
Nas was just
Nas deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it.
I think they could have got it right with Nas over the years so many other times. But if Nas was in the category, I'm not mad at him getting it.
Okay, and I have one last thing I want to say. I think that Freddie Gibbs is 50 Cent if 50 Cent didn't get signed by Dre and Eminem. I think that Freddie Gibbs is very reminiscent of mixtape 50 Cent.
I could see that. What part of it though?
Just like how he approaches like music. Like 50 Cent became even like down to like the production that he uses. I feel like 50 Cent probably would have used more underground producers like Alchemist. Yeah. And made more projects like that, and kind of had that kind of persona where like people know that 50 can rap. And he probably would have just put out more projects. But he got so big so fast. Yeah. He became bored with music because he was just like, he wasn't getting critiqued on I don't think 50 Cent was getting critiqued on a fair, he was getting a fair shake of the criticism of his music. Yeah. So what I'm just saying, I'm not saying that like I'm talking about broke 50 Cent, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about 10 million albums sold 50 Cent. I'm just saying that if 50 Cent didn't get his big break, I think that the way how Freddie Gibbs releases music and the acclaim that he gets is how 50's career probably would have went. And that's not a bad thing at all. I'm just saying, like, if he would have been more grounded, it would have still been just as much believable street talk. And I think that's what 50's career would look like if he didn't get his big break with Dre and Eminem.
Okay. All right,
that's what I'm saying.
I see that. Yeah. All right, but that brings us to the ending of this Alfredo review. Listeners, viewers, let us know what you think. Definitely encourage you to revisit this album. Let us know what you think of it and give us your updated review. If you don't agree, if you agree, let us know. I'm First Class Regg.
And I'm Taurian B.
We're out of here.
Catch you guys next time. Dun dun.